Hello everybody, and welcome to our review of the Transformers Warwick Cybertron Kingdom, Cyclonus! Cyclonus is regarded as perfect amongst most of the fandom. But if there was one thing that is not perfect about him, is how he literally showed me his true colors. By this I mean, some of his joints have gotten discolored, and since it wasn't sunlight or something similar, that means the plastic gave in too soon, or at least some of it, like the Speed Racer car I'm showing you, which was in complete darkness for a very long time, and now look, it's yellowed. Very unfortunate. This work of art is great, but really it unfortunately hurt itself. Now, for real, the raw mode is amazing and super clean, that the discoloration of certain joints disappears. So now, we're at the review station. Let's take a look at Cyclonus' only accessory. The gun. The one and only mighty G1 gun. So this is the gun he includes based on the G1 toy. Very nicely sculpted. Hollowed out at the bottom, but it has this cut so that when you put it on his hand, it doesn't look like it's 10 feet in the air. So, looks great when he's holding it. And not only that, but the gun has a blast effect peg at the front. So, there you go. Pew, 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 pew. He's ready to destroy some Autobots. Or if you want to, you could destroy him by placing blast effects where he has the pegs. Bang. Then 3. So yeah. So those are the 3 most notable places where he has blast effect pegs. Now, since he's a powerful Decepticon, he won't get blasted at all. He's got super mega plot armor. Now, for articulation, he has a ball joint at the head, can look up and down. He also has full rotation at the arm. The arm moves out like that. Bicep rotation, elbow bend, wrist rotation, which is very tight on both hands, obviously. Waist rotation, leg moves forward and back. And he's also got double bend at the knee. And he's also got feet that move forward and to the side like that, or pivot. So Cyclonus overall has a lot of articulation. He's very modern and quite impressive. And also, that light piping is impressive. I mean, such a small light collector, but those eyes shine real bright, which is really cool. So now, for comparison, here we have Legends Class Wheelie from Saturn Return. So there you go. Then we have Saturn Return Deluxe Class Blur. A little bit bigger, but not as tall as Cyclonus. Then we have Morpher Cybertron Siege Springer Voyager class, which is a lot shorter than I expected considering he's a triple changer, or at least next to Cyclonus. And finally, Leader class Power to Primes Rodimus Unicronus, or Rodimus Prime but in black, and listening to metal music. So yeah. He's overall a great size and definitely worth the value if you're one who likes figures for price and size. Now to the transformation. Vehicle mode is top notch, the peak of Transformers engineering. The only problem is the discoloration of certain joints, which may or may not be more noticeable now in this mode. So now that we're back here, I can say that overall the transformation is really good. And one last feature that Cyclonus has in this vehicle mode, besides looking pretty epic, is that on the back, you see all these ports. Well, if you have blast effects, you can obviously put them here or here. You can put them in any of these ports, even at the bottom if you want to. And yeah, overall it's really nice. Now let's compare him with other figures. So we're going to put him right here, and let's start comparing. Here he is with Legends Class Wheelie from Cybertron. Not bad. Here he is with Cybertron Deluxe Class Blur. A little bit big, but there you go. Now I'll bring in Warrior Class Cyclonus from the War for Cybertron Siege line. And there he is. Pretty big helicopter. They're in this probably about the same size or length. But yes, Cyclonus is just a little bit longer because of that nose cone. Now let's get him out of here. Yeah, I can't do the spinning thing without it stopping. But you get the idea. And finally we have him with Rodimus Unicronus. He's quite gigantic, so if you want this jet to be huge, it won't be huge next to a leader class. But it'll sure be huge next to a speed racer. So yeah, there you have it. Pretty cool vehicle mode. It just sucks that the pieces may be discolored, but they're barely noticeable and might work as color breakup. So don't see that as a very bad thing, unless it literally turns yellow, like a lemon. In conclusion, this figure is almost perfect, and would highly recommend to anyone. But just beware that yours might or might not get discolored. I tell you this so that you don't feel as betrayed by the figure you gave your heart and your hard-earned money to. Final score, 9 out of 10.